Did you read Malcolm's book?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to go back into the history of Jurassic Park 3 and talk about a character that was long rumored to actually be involved early on with the development of the film, but of course eventually did not wind up in the final release. Ian Malcolm is probably one of the most important people in the canon of Jurassic Park. We all know that Michael Crichton kind of used him as a channel to communicate his personal beliefs and ideas in the books, and as far as the movies were concerned, he was a primary character in both the first and second film. However, when it comes to Jurassic Park 3, things start to get a little shaky because neither he nor John Hammond are in the movie, and they were kind of the yin-yang of Jurassic Park as far as the people both criticizing and praising the science behind what InGen had done. You know, that's what they were. So, what happened to the chaotician during the events of the third film? And are the rumors true about Jeff Goldblum's involvement behind the scenes? Here's what we know concerning all of that. So, if you didn't know already, there's been a rumor going around for years now that Jeff Goldblum actually dropped out of filming for Jurassic Park 3 after receiving a leg injury, and due to the reported role of Ian Malcolm being so minor in the film, he just decided it wasn't worth sticking around for completion. Now, this has become something of a debate over the years, with not a lot of information really being available for it online, and from my understanding, while Ian Malcolm more than likely was a candidate for character appearances in the third Jurassic Park film very early on, this probably wasn't the final version of Jurassic Park 3 that actually made it to filming. So from what I would assume, Malcolm just wasn't really planned for that movie at all. Now look, that's not to say this wasn't always the case, because the earliest ideas for Jurassic Park 3, and I'm talking about actual development for the movie after The Lost World came out, involved Michael Crichton, Steven Spielberg, you know, both of them getting together and actually talking about it. Spielberg asked Crichton to come back and help write the screenplay for Jurassic Park 3, which, believe it or not, was even being speculated by fans on the internet as being a prequel. I can remember talking about ideas for what I used to call Jurassic Park Zero with friends at school back in the day. So Malcolm could have been an early part in these discussions behind the scenes, or even ideas that have been kicked around up until Joe Johnston got involved officially with the project. Still, Ian Malcolm was also slated to appear in the post-Lost World TV series that would have revolved around mutant dinosaurs and wild hybrids alongside Roland Tembo, believe it or not. But of course, this never happened either. Still, as far as the character himself goes, he was doing something during the events of the Jurassic Park 3 movie itself. Eric Kirby even mentions that he read Malcolm's book that talked a lot about chaos, and of course Dr. Grant mentions the San Diego incident at the end of The Lost World being something he didn't personally witness, so it's not like Ian has been completely forgotten in JP3.
Too much chaos. Everything's chaos. It seemed like the guy was kind of high on himself.
In fact, we know that one of Malcolm's books, and it could even be the one that Eric Kirby was talking about, God Creates Dinosaurs, actually has a picture of, you know, the guy in his Lost World era days on the back. This is visibly shown on screen multiple times, in fact, in Jurassic World. So it looks like after 1997, he was able to write a tell-all criticizing the work of InGen for everyone to read, and it became pretty popular. After the events of The Lost World, Malcolm would obviously have been validated on all of his previous claims that were made to the public, so the reputation the chaotician had from being a laughingstock that was ridiculed in subways would eventually become a revered advisor for what the United States government should do regarding the InGen Islands, which you can see on display fully in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 21 years later. Now, how long he's been doing this, we can't really say for sure, even though he's obviously been doing it for like some time, possibly even during the events of Jurassic Park 3 if we come up with some theories ourselves. But unfortunately, and look guys, this really annoyed me. Universal has decided to kind of like block all the info from their canon websites like the Dinosaur Protection Group, so I couldn't go back to show you what Ian Malcolm was up to right after Jurassic Park 3 circa 2004, but luckily enough, I did make videos 5 years ago talking about all this stuff, and here's a short excerpt with some information and even pictures from that old website.
The introduction of illegally cloned animals on the island in 1999 caused a profound impact on the ecosystem. The term chaos effect, coined by Dr. Ian Malcolm's book God Creates Dinosaurs, has since become the accepted term for describing the radical and unnatural changes that took place on Isla Sorna. So in 2004, Masrani chose to ferry any surviving animals to Nublar. Site B remains restricted and abandoned to this day.
So in summary, I just want to say that here are the facts. There are a lot of rumors concerning Goldblum's dropping out of the film due to a leg injury, but we don't know if those have ever been like really true. He is mentioned in the film, specifically about his book, which is shown in Jurassic World, and the larger canon material like Fallen Kingdom and the DPG websites shows us that right after Jurassic Park 3 in 2004, he coined the term chaos effect for where all of the Site B animals were disappearing to, which honestly, in retrospect, I guess we can credit in some part to what Biosyn said they were doing in Dominion. Maybe that's where they were going, taking animals from Sorna in order to do research off the islands. Personally, I'm not so sure Malcolm was ever really planned for Joe Johnston's Jurassic Park 3, but I think that the rumors are pretty fun to talk about, and eventually someone is just going to ask Jeff Goldblum and be like, hey, did you drop out of filming? Did your leg get broken like in 2000 or something like that? And he'll give us a definite answer. He'll be like, no, get out of here.
No pay, no Goldblum. That's it. That's it. Good.
Yeah, Malcolm was definitely working with the United States government and probably Costa Rican governments concerning the dinosaurs, and even writing a book or two on why the engine incidences were bad and what kind of mysterious events were going on in Isla Sorna post Lost World. We can't pinpoint exactly what he was doing during the events of the third film, but there is some information that helps put a bigger picture together. Anyways, guys, I'd like to hear what all of your thoughts were on this subject matter. I really missed Ian Malcolm in the third movie, and I would have loved to have seen him come back, even in a brief cameo, if it could have been possible. He's not in any script drafts I've ever read though, so I doubt he had any legitimate involvement in Jurassic Park 3, but hey, what do all of you guys think? Would you have liked to have seen him come back? And also, what do you think Malcolm was up to in universe around the time of the 2001 incident? Whatever your own thoughts and opinions on all this subject matter happen to be, I'd love to hear all about them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens and InGen executives, as well as all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. You've all helped my channel immensely, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of that support. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video and hope that you enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you all consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.